Hi, it's me again. Over the past year, I have read quite a lot of books and some of them are very good. So I decided to make a video and share them with you. Also, I want to say that English is not my native language, so I may make some mistakes. And yes, I have an accent, I know this. Personally, I love listening to people's accents because it shows where they come from and it's a very personal part of them. I think it's very cute and I'm not going to get rid of it. I hope that you're okay with it too, so grab your coffee, grab your blankets, and let's begin. First of all, let's talk about the most difficult book I have read in 2024, and also it was my first Turkish book. It's My Name is Red by Orhan Pamuk. This is a detective novel that tells about artists who are working on a secret book, and one day a man from this group is found murdered. This story is very gripping and it was a hard read for me because I didn't know much about 16th century Turkey. How would I know, right? And about religion. So I googled a lot of things and read them, and actually it was very interesting to me. Also, it's important to say that in 2024 I read a lot of books about creative people, so let's continue this topic. The next book is Bluebeard by Vonnegut. It's so difficult to pronounce, I'm so sorry. Vonnegut. Kurt Vonnegut. The book is written as an autobiography of the fictional character Rabah Karabekyan. He is an Armenian artist whose career was destroyed due to poor quality of the paints with which he painted his works. And basically the whole book is built on his memories and the life he lives now. It looks like we are reading his diary, but there is a mysterious woman and a mysterious secret of Rabah Karabekyan that you will be very interested to discover. I highly recommend this book to you. Then last year I fell in love with Mom's writing style. I read maybe 5 his books, but today I'm gonna talk only about 2 of them. Whatever. The first one is theater. I like how the author describes the behind-the-scene life of theater. This is a story about famous actress who is going through the crisis. On the one hand, she has everything. She is rich, she is famous. On the other hand, she is very lonely and unhappy, and also she suffers due to the reality of aging in her profession. I read it very fast because it's a very interesting book, and also I told about this book on my English exam. And the other book by Mom is The Moon and Sixpence. It was recommended to me by my friend when she found out that I like Bluebeard. In this story, a man leaves his family and moved away. Art is his great passion, and the book describes his suffering in trying to become successful. Mom explores themes of artistic obsession because nobody understands the main character. Actually, I want to read it again. The next one is The Sorrows of Saturn by Maria Corelli. This was a recommendation from the other friend of mine. The book describes a life of a writer who suffers from poverty. But then, as you understand from the title, he makes a deal with the devil. It begins to affect his entire life, and actually I think that I have never read anything like it. After I finished this book, I was thinking about the price that people pay to become successful. In 2024, I reread A Moveable Feast. It seems to me that I do it every 2 years because I just like reading Hemingway's notes about his youth and the beginning of his writer career. Then I have Just Kids by Patti Smith. It's a very popular book. I saw it everywhere. I will not talk much about the story, but of course I like it very much. As you already understand, I love reading diaries, memoirs, and just something about the ordinary life of people. In this book, the author talks about her youth and her relationship with photographer Robert Mapplethorpe. This is a book about love in life and about love for art. The topic of creativity is over. Let's move on. The next book is The Help by Kathryn Stockett. I think many people know this book or maybe have watched the movie. This book is about racism and relationships between African American maids and the white families for whom they work. There are three main characters who tell the story, and all of them are very brave women. They were not afraid to tell the truth, and actually I had goosebumps for the whole book. Yes, it's so good. My big recommendation. Also, I want to show you short books that you can read in one evening. We have two essays by Brodsky. They are called In a Room and a Half and Watermark. The first essay is written about Brodsky's parents, his childhood, and the life he lived in Russia before his first move to America. I can't tell you how touching and sad this book is and how well written it is. And the second book tells about his love for Venice and the time he spends in this city. There are many short chapters about each episode of his life, and they all convey the atmosphere of the city. Personally, I have never been to Venice, but after reading this book, I felt like I had been there. Plus, I want to talk about two books that we read at university. They are also very small. Actually, we read a lot of books, but these two hooked me the most. First one is The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, and the second one is Heartbreak House by George Bernard Shaw. They're actually so good. I don't want to tell the plot, but I want to say that there are a lot of things here that the author makes us think about. Throughout the books, you laugh, you experience different emotions, and then, like this was a point. I love this kind of books. There are only two books left. The Great Believers by Rebecca Makkai. This book broke me. Like, literally broke my heart. I was worried about all the characters. I really like that this novel has two timelines. The first one is exploring the impact of the AIDS crisis in Chicago, and the second one is showing its lasting effects. I don't know what to say about this book because it covers a very long period of time. There are a lot of characters and a lot of topics like memory, identity, trauma, etc. Just read it. I think that it's a very important book. And the last book is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This is a detective story. The scene is Masquerade Ball in the mansion where a murder takes place. And there is a main character who is trying to understand what's going on and to prevent death of a young lady. But suddenly mystical events begins to happen. To tell the truth, this book reminds me of the movie Happy Death Day, but the book is way cooler. I will definitely read it again, but for now I remember everything. And yeah, this was the last book. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Please write in the comment section about the books you liked. It will be very interesting to read. And see you soon. Be cool. Bye!